So here we are, Thomas and I, attempting to play D&D once again. This is our third attempt at the...
We sound so excited.
We
can't wait.
Has not been going well at all. Been wiping in the first cave, basically the first encounter, before you do anything. Been going horrendously wrong. So here we are trying again. Take it away.
Okay. So, your party of adventurers have met. They're met in the city of Neverwinter, which you can see up in the north.
Hang on. I cannot
Yes.
see anything at all.
Oh. Okay,
You gotta
here we go.
share.
Share. Okay, I'm not very good at sharing.
Right. Am I supposed to be seeing?
I'm an only child. I don't share.
Am I supposed to be seeing what I'm seeing on the map?
What are you seeing on the map? Yes.
Okay.
I've given you that to see.
Sure.
You can see that. I give you permission.
Okay.
So, Neverwinter. You see it now.
That's
Neverwinter.
Mm.
You're in the city of Neverwinter.
Mhm.
You've met with a dwarf. You've all met the dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker,
Right.
who was asked to bring you a wagon load of provisions. Now, you all know this fellow from some way or another.
Mm.
He's all asked you to come together. He's
Yeah.
asked you to give him a hand with something that he's working on, something exciting. He's asked to bring you a wagon load of provisions to the rough and tumble settlement of Phandelver, which you can see down in the south.
Yeah.
A couple of days' travel from the city. Gundren was clearly excited and more than a little secretive about his reasons for the trip, saying only that he and his brothers had found something big, and that he'd pay you 10 gold pieces each for escorting his supplies safely to Barthen's Provisions, a trading post in Phandelver.
Right.
He then set out ahead of you on horse, along with a warrior escort named Sildar Hallwinter, claiming he needed to arrive early to take care of business. So he's already left.
Right.
He left, what does it say here? A day or so ago. A day or so before you. You've spent the last few days following the high road south from Neverwinter, and you've just recently veered east along the Triboard Trail. So you're about... I don't know if I can do this. Drawing. No.
Do you want to put a W? Do you want to put a
Yeah,
W
let's do
token like you did last time?
Hang on, how do I get rid of that? There we go. Alright, this is going really well.
Lovely. It doesn't matter.
Give me 1 moment, please. Okay. W. It's a big W.
Oh my god.
No.
Woo!
There
It's
we go.
freaking out. Okay.
Alright. Whoa! Alright. Doing donuts and wheelies. with
Yeah.
your car.
Alright.
Okay, so you're about there, roughly.
Sure.
On the Tribal Trail. You've just veered east.
You can zoom in.
You're still a few days away from... You're still about half a day. You're about half a day away from Phandelver at this point. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yep.
Space-wise? Distance-wise?
Oh, I guess so.
You're about half a day away from... You're almost there.
Isn't the cave we're headed towards? That's on the map, isn't it? That's on this overview map.
It's on my version of the map,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
but
So
but it doesn't. If I reveal the area around here, it's not on the version of the map that I'm showing you.
Oh,
It's a different version of the map that shows me where everything is,
right.
and then there's just this map which is just only shows you the main important things that everybody would know about.
Right. Okay. Well, regardless,
all
we're
the
obviously
hidden things are not.
we're obviously parked before that cave, wherever that cave is.
Yeah, right. Spoilers.
All right. Oh, Jesus.
So yes. So you're on the Tribal Trail, one thing at a time.
Yep.
We've encountered no trouble so far, but this territory can be dangerous, as we have discovered in our last 2 attempts.
Yeah.
Bandits and outlaws have been known to lurk along the trail. So you've entered this trail, you're like, okay, things might get a bit rougher from here, let's everyone keep an eye out. Now I don't know whether or not you're keen to give us a bit of an introduction to your characters.
I might try and do that really briefly. I don't want to spend forever on this, or I could come back later in the recording just to pick this up.
It's up to you. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll try and be brief. So Harkin Mayweather is a halfling. Can I get bigger pictures of my dudes? Fantasy portraits? Ooh.
Yes, think so.
I think you'd have to show it to me from your
Okay, do I have access to
files.
that? Let me have a look.
Oh my god. I'm looking at the portraits that come with the game. Yeah, they are quite
Yeah, I know,
horrendous.
hideous. Don't look at them.
Oh my god, I've already looked. While you're looking for them, I'll continue. So
I don't
Harkin
know
is.
hang on, I have an idea. I think, possibly.
You should be able to share them like you share other things, but how do you get them into the game?
I might be
I
able
don't
to
know.
do them like this. That's Harkin.
Oh, what's that?
What can you see? What can you see?
Oh, I just saw a gigantic thing on the. Oh my god! Oh, I'm spinning it
still
around.
there? Is it still
Oh god,
there?
he's freaking out. Oh god.
Can you see the whole thing?
Oh
No,
no,
he's gone.
I moved it.
So you should be able to see it.
Oh my god.
That's Harkin. Is that Harkin? That's
Yeah,
Harkin.
that's his token at least. That's fine. Yeah, there he is. So I don't know if my cursor is coming up on this recording, so I'm trying to point this
not
off on.
mine, but obviously I'm not going to see your cursor.
Okay.
Never mind, continue.
There he is. He, as you can probably tell from his picture, he is a criminal. Or ex-criminal, I suppose. He was part of a criminal syndicate called the Red Brands. I really hope my cursor is coming up in this recording because I'm pointing to stuff. I think it's one of the options to like have a cursor or not. It's probably by default not there. He was part of the Red
Use your
Brands.
imagination.
Use your imagination. But I think basically everyone is from Phandelver or has something to do with Phandelver. He was part of the Red Brands, who is a criminal syndicate in Phandelver, which is some sort of town. We haven't even been there. We haven't made it that far, so I've got no idea what it is really. But apparently all my guys are from there. He got set up by the boss or something. The boss of his syndicate. Some sort of bad stuff went down.
He's on a path for revenge.
He's on a path for revenge.
He's like Scarface, or
I've not seen that.
the main character of Grand Theft Auto 3, or just those mainstream pop culture references that everybody knows.
Yeah. He's an outcast criminal on a warpath for revenge.
Yes.
If
And
I
he's
roll,
tiny.
he's tiny. What's his class?
He's a rogue.
He's a rogue. Okay.
He's a rouge.
He's a rouge. So he's very stealthy and stuff. Being a criminal, he's out for number one. His main goal in life. Where are my notes again? I lost them. How do I keep losing them? What the heck? Actions, log, notes. Right, because those tabs on the side are so hard to see.
I have a 4K TV, so I can see them fine.
Right.
Then you've got a projector.
I've got a projector. The tabs are bigger than you are.
Well, then you'd something wrong with your eyes.
my eyes are still the same size, Thomas. Okay. Yeah. He likes gold. He likes things that criminals like. Not that I'm going to bother role playing that really, unless it becomes relevant. I tried to role play heavily in our first run.
It started off going really well.
Yeah, by random chance it was going well, but we have since learnt that when going into a combat situation, you've got to be as hardcore as possible in a gaming sense to...
At least at the beginning. I think the biggest problem we've discovered through our research is the fact that we all start at level 1. You all start at level 1, and level 1 is pretty much the hardest possible...
Oh yeah, but you wouldn't want to be...
Yeah.
But even if you're level 7 or something, you wouldn't want to be disadvantaging your team just for the sake of roleplay. Like... You think, well, roleplay-wise, my guy would just like run away, or he would shoot you in the back, or...
They're certainly valuable lessons to learn at level 1.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next?
Who's next? Can you get rid of the giant, scary man looking at me?
Yes.
Bling! Alan De Silva. Can I get a big round of applause? There he is. Man with an axe. As you can tell by his clothes, he is a noble. I think his estate got, was it a volcanic eruption or something?
What was a volcanic? Mount Hotanau. That's how I pronounce it anyway. That's how it's pronounced. That's how it looks like it's pronounced based on the spelling.
Where is that? Where is that written? Is that in these notes somewhere?
It should be. It should be.
I'm not going to bother trying to find it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
It could be Hote.
Yeah, but it's not a volcano. It's hotter now.
Hotter now. Yeah, given how lame all the other names of things are in D&D. Hotter now.
It's hotter now. It's Mount Hotanau exploded. It's a lot hotter now than it was before.
Hopefully not Hotten later.
Okay, no.
Hopefully it calms down.
Let's move on.
As you can sort of see in the map here, next to Phandelver, there's some angry lava going on. Destroyed his lands, so all he had on him was his clothes, and for some reason, this axe, this family heirloom axe that he walks around with.
It's slung over his shoulder like a cool dude all the time.
Yeah, so that's why he's looking a bit sad in his picture. He's lost everything. And that's all you really need to know about him. He's an all-round nice guy.
His goal is to adopt Phandelver as his new.
Yes.
He wants to become, I guess, the Lord of Phandelver and look after it and hopefully make it
he
nice.
Wants to
it's a rough and tumble old west town. It's like
Right.
it's like those
Right.
one horse towns you see in the old west. It's just
Right.
a bunch of people out for themselves.
Right. So he wants to become the Lord
They're
of
lacking
Phandelver.
They're lacking in leadership.
Okay.
So
But,
he's heard.
He's a very nice guy. Everyone he talks to they feel wonderful, important, just because he's talking to them.
He's not stuck up. He's not a stuck up noble.
Well, he's stuck up in terms of where he would like to sleep for some reason.
Yeah,
Whether or not I'll bother to roleplay that or not, we'll see.
we'll see.
Like that would come into effect. Like if we could sleep in a cave, if it was allowable for reasons, he wouldn't. But
He would just stay awake all night.
He would just
Play
stay
with
awake.
the
But that's and all that really gets you is he doesn't heal. So I'd just be stabbing myself in the face, just for the sake of it. So I don't know if I'm going to do that.
We'll see.
That is
Who is next?
basically him.
Basically.
Responsibility to do. So personality traits. So what are the things that get me inspiration? It's the flaws and
It's the trait. I suppose the traits and the flaws. Well, not the traits. The traits are more sort of like his natural. It's
Okay,
mostly
so
the
he's-
flaws
his flaws and his
the ideals. Like if you do
right.
something that sort of goes out of his way to be
Protect the
responsible.
common people,
'Cause his
okay.
ideal is responsibility. So if he goes out of his way to roleplay that responsibility, like
Yep.
or again, if you roleplay him having a hard time resisting wealth.
Yeah.
It's like, the evil person is like, I will give you lots of money if you do this evil thing, and everyone's like, no, you're evil, and he's like, no, hang on a second.
He's like, cha-ching. Yeah. Lawful neutral. Okay, so he probably would do that sort of thing.
So he obeys the law, but he's not necessarily a good person. He's not a bad person, but he's not necessarily a good person.
And he'll succumb to that flaw of wealth, depending on what it is. Like I don't think he'd go and kill people for the sake of money.
Circumstances.
Anyway,
Who's next?
Luke Hood, which you'll see in a second. It's a very chirpy chap.
My favourite.
Which you probably recognise as Mark Hamill being Luke Skywalker. Because, from his notes, where are they? We basically decided he's a cross between Luke Skywalker and Robin Hood. Whoops, and he's freaking out because there we go.
Wee!
Wee! What is that from? Wee! Oh, I think it's
I don't know if
The
it's from there.
Simpsons.
Probably.
That's basically all you need to know about him. That really sums him
But
up.
what happens? What happens if you don't know who Robin Hood or Luke Skywalker are?
Well, then you can get the hell out of my life. And and like Luke, he's convinced he's got an awesome destiny.
Comes from a town that has 2 sons,
Yeah,
and is often
no
supported
daughters.
by a full symphony orchestra.
yes. So yeah, that's him.
Sons and daughters. Oh, you're so funny.
Half an hour later, he gets it right. Yeah, so he's very full of himself, but he's generally a nice guy, like the characters we've basically.
He believes his
He believes
destiny.
lawful good. Yeah, that's all you need to know.
He's the hero of our story.
Okay, cool. Get rid of him. Gone.
Who's next? Gone. Gone off.
Gone off. Originally gone off, now gone. He is an ex-soldier, which the only relevant thing about that is he does what he's told, and he kind of waits for orders. He's a good soldier man. He's a cleric. Oh, we didn't say who the other people were. Not that it really matters.
Not that it really matters. We'll work it out as we go.
Yeah. Well, you get the idea. Robin Hood, he's a bowman. Alan is a axeman, I guess.
No, we already talked about Hucken being a rogue, so yeah, we covered it.
Yep. We're done. All right.
We covered it.
See you next episode. Yeah, I think that's all you need to
He
know
has
about.
his personal goal. Let's just double check everyone's personal goal. So,
Oh,
Harkin
yeah.
wants revenge.
Revenge.
Alan wants to adopt and make
Yeah,
Phandelver a lawful
re-establish
town.
his lordlyhood.
Luke wants to. What does he want to do? He wants to.
Oh, he's just
He
on a-
knows that there's a dragon. He's a dragon. He knows
Right.
that there's a dragon somewhere in the ruins of a town
Right.
called Thunder Tree, which is where he came from,
Yeah.
and he wants to get rid of the dragon and become a hero. He wants to fight the dragon,
Okay.
be a hero. Wants to fight the dragon,
He wants to be a classic D&D hero.
possibly against his own. He's willing to put himself
At his own
beyond
peril,
harm's
yeah.
way
Yes.
for the sake of fighting the dragon,
Yeah.
because he believes he'll succeed.
As you can tell from his goofy photo.
He won't succeed.
He won't. He won't. He can't even kill goblins.
He can't even cook goblins. He's not killing a dragon. Let's face it.
Yeah, so I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a video about me dying to goblins. So
And Gorn,
please enjoy.
Gorn, he's heard about the Red Brands.
He's heard about the Red Brands, which was
and
the
wants to
syndicate.
teach them a lesson. He wants to kick the Red Brands out of the area.
Yeah, so in a role-playing sense, because not that any of this is really important, but Harkin is what's happening. Okay, Harkin being from the Red Brands, you'd think these two people would be against each other, but
Well, it depends on if he knows whether Harkin was a Red Brand or not. Secrets.
Yeah.
Everyone has a secret.
Secrets. But interestingly enough, because he's a sly rogue type, Harkin has very high skills in performance and deception.
Performance is just like playing the guitar or singing.
It's whatever I say it is, alright?
No, it's whatever the DM says it is.
No, sorry.
There's a difference between performance and persuasion.
Okay, fine. There was something else. I thought there was something in his abilities that also suggested. It says somewhere that he's just a very good liar. I'm pretty sure. And if there isn't, I'm saying that he is.
Well, he's got his deception skill, which is pretty. Right? Is it? Yeah, deception is pretty high. Perception is like his highest skill
Whoops.
outside of stealth.
Oh my god! You have to give me permission again to click on all my buttons. I can't click on the descriptions of anything and get a description
What?
window. Unable to open this window.
Hang on a sec. No, that's right. You've got to go into your modules and load.
Oh my god! Is that the library? No. How do I do that? Oh yeah, module.
Basic rule.
Load. Come on. Whoops. Deception. Okay, it's loading. Bloody. Oh yeah. So it's from his deception I was taking that.
So his deception.
He's
He's just good at deceiving people.
He's
good
very
at
good at
lying.
lying to people.
He's good at hiding himself in a disguise. Gambling, like
yeah,
poker.
he's very stealthy. Determines how well you delight your audience with music, dance, acting, storytelling, or some other form of entertainment. Okay.
It's
Alright.
entertainment. He's good at entertainment.
Alright.
So if they're sitting around a campfire, he pulls out the harmonica and makes a soulful tune.
Right, and he gives everyone a +5 to all of their saving rolls because they feel inspired. Otherwise, why bother? You know?
Role playing. It's a role playing game.
Role playing, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Gorn hates the Red Brands.
Yep.
Last, but certainly not least,
He is a Lundress.
previously
Who-
male. Originally male.
Previously male.
Became female because I kept forgetting it was
Yeah.
male.
Well, being a male elf, he did look quite pretty. So it's hard to tell. And then I got a square-jawed female, so it's a bit hard to tell. But they're a bit more consistent with the gender of this one.
Tell us about
Lendris the elf, she's a wizard. Being a
the
wizard,
interesting
she's-
thing about D&D lore
Mm.
is that wizards aren't. There's a lot of crossover between wizards and like priests. So this particular wizard, this particular elven wizard, has spent her entire life in a temple
Yeah,
dedicated to the god Ogma.
right.
So she's actually more of a priest. But just her spells and her rules come from the wizarding background, but her actual background is more of a priestly thing.
Yeah,
So she's dedicated to Ogma. I think
Yeah.
is the all-seeing god of knowledge.
yeah, I'm reading that.
So,
I see
so
that.
it's a priest of knowledge, which I suppose you could just sort of say is a librarian. But
Yeah, I mean that's
it's essentially like a souped-up, mega hardcore librarian, and
yeah.
wizarding spells come from just
Yeah,
knowledge.
well, that's the librarian thing is what I was kind of basing it on. Hence the glasses and the picture. Notes. Yeah, that's all you need to know about it. Hardcore wizard librarian. It says somewhere she's not very good at talking to people because of this.
Yes, first time outside of the temple.
Yeah. Yeah, and her personality traits. Okay. And that's all.
Oh,
you need
and
to
her
know?
personal goal, just because we need to be aware of what they're trying to do here. She has been told, has been given to her in a vision. She has a mission from God. She's getting the band back together. And she's heard about an altar that was once dedicated to Ogma, has been taken over by goblins and has been defiled.
Right.
And she wants to see it returned to Ogma again. She wants to cleanse this offensive shrine and rededicate it to Ogma.
Right.
And it is located in a place called Cragmore Castle, which, other than the name, is all you need to know.
Right. Sounds like the final raid.
That is all you need to know.
Doesn't really
So-
matter. We're never going to get that far.
You're never going to get there anyway, so forget about it.
Okay.
Forget about dungeons and dragons, just worry about caves and goblins for now.
Yeah, Caves and Goblins. That's the name of the game. So we're trundling on down this way. Can I move that?
Trundle
I
on.
can.
So give me an idea of where everybody is in relation to the wagon, keeping in mind at least one person needs to be in the wagon for it to be moving.
Yeah. Let's actually put tokens on the map, so we got a bit more to look at here.
Sure.
Give me little tokens. I'm nicely zoomed in, so you can. Why do you
So
keep
they're going
pulling
to be
the wagon
gigantic
off the
to
road?
start with. They're going to be gigantic to start with. I'll fix that though.
Woo-loo-loo-loo-loo.
It's as small as I can make it.
Woo-loo-loo-loo. That's fine. Oh my god.
That's gigantic.
It's fine. Like, we're not. This isn't a combat grid, it's just for more visual reference for the sake of the video, so there's something to look at. So we got Alan. He's, being a fighter, is he?
Base.
Fighter? Curious enough, even though he's a noble.
He's a fighting noble.
He's wearing chainmail, so he's basically my tank. So, min-maxing the situation, he's up front.
As in, like, in the wagon or in front of the wagon?
Oh, in front of the wagon.
Keeping in mind, the wagon is moving at walking speed.
Yep.
So you're essentially escorting it. It's not making you help move any faster. It's just
Yeah,
being pulled
no,
by oxen.
I know,
Pulled
I
by
know.
oxen. Just to give you
I
some,
know.
just to give you some visual
Alright,
stimulation. It's being pulled by 2 oxen.
right.
So not horses or anything. It's an oxen-led
Sure.
wagon
That's incredibly
Carting.
important. Okay, yep.
for carting around stuff.
Yep.
You never know what's important.
Gives us
Who do you
plus
want? Who do you want?
one to our oxen rolls.
Oh, for God's sake, you and your +1. Stop +1. Not everything is +1.
I need
I'll
all
give
the
you
help.
-1 for being entertaining because you're just constantly +1ing everything. I'm joking. Where am I? I'm at the end. Can't tell.
Moving on.
Who do you want
Just-
next?
Give me Gorn. Woo-loo-loo-loo. He's also wearing chainmail, I think. So he's also fairly tanky. He's the tankiest we've got. He's up front, walking next to Alan down the road.
Okay, who's next?
I think. I suppose Luke and Elendris can be in the wagon.
Okay, so Luke and Lendris.
Okay, they're in the wagon. They're up
And
front,
then this guy.
and Harkin is in the back, or behind the wagon. So
Okay.
he likes hiding.
Okay.
Okay.
So, you're wagoning along.
Mhm.
You've been on the tribal trail for about half a day. So, day's dragging on. As you come around
Dragon?
a bend. Where?
Where?
Dragon, where? So, as you come... There are no dragons.
Okay.
As you come around the bend, you spot 2 dead horses sprawled about 50 feet ahead of you, blocking the path.
Right.
Each has several black feathered arrows sticking out of it. The woods press close to the trail here, with a steep embankment and dense thickets on either side.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I suppose Alan, being the man of importance that he is, he's like, wait here, chaps. He goes up. He's heading up towards the horses to have a look.
Okay.
And as I always do, Harkin attempts to go into stealth.
Harkin attempts to go into stealth. Well, give me one of them old-fashioned stealth checks. Okay.
Oh yeah. Not fantastic.
So, so you've investigated the horses. So Alan has gone up on his own to investigate. Okay, so what you see about the horses. This is what you see about the horses. I'm going to tell you what you see about the horses right now. You recognise that these 2 horses are the same 2 horses that Gundren Rockseeker and Sildar Hallwinter had left with several days ago in Neverwinter. So this is their horses. Horses are dead. The bodies are nowhere to be found. It is clear that they've been dead for about a day. So these horses died yesterday.
So hang on.
Yes.
This Gundren Rockseeker, is that his name?
Yes.
He was the guy giving us this quest?
Yes.
He then, with this other guy,
Yes.
left on horses
Yes.
while we sat around playing cards for 2 days.
Well, you sat around waiting for all the goods and stuff to be all in one spot and loaded into the wagon. So it took a day for all the stuff from all over the city and waiting for things to come in. For it was all stuck on the back of the wagon, and so he left straight away, and then you were waiting for that, and then you left.
All right.
So the horses are dead. Nobody's to be seen anywhere. The saddlebags have already been looted, so there's nothing left. And nearby lies an empty leather map case. You also happen to see, out of the corner of your eye, shifty goblin-like shadows slinking through the forest trees. Right. In fact, everybody sees this. Oh. Everybody sees this. They literally fudged their stealth rolls.
Oh, good.
They're all being quite obvious in an attempt. They're being obviously inconspicuous.
Right.
Hiding in the trees.
Okay.
So do me a favour, seeing as you are fully aware of what's going on. Roll some initiative for me, because things are about to get violent.
About to get pointy. So these initiative checks are to determine the order of combat, which is about to happen. So all the goblins are secretly rolling initiative in the background. And when combat begins...
Job.
Yes. That's my job.
I am the goblins.
Yes.
So that's everybody?
You need a t-shirt that says that.
A t-shirt that says...
I am the goblins.
I am the goblins. I am the Goblin King. He shouldn't be there. Okay. Oh, hang on. There's a few more goblins here than I thought. Hang on, I'm just gonna have to...
Oh, my little recording thing is in the way. Oh, I can't move it. What? Don't be like that.
Let me just move things around a little bit.
Okay, I've got it anyway. So here's the combat tracker telling us so far what we know about whose turn is whose. Apparently Thomas hasn't done the goblin
I did, but I
initiatives.
didn't realise that I also had goblins from our previous attempt at fighting. Clark was there too.
Oh, wow.
Okay, there we go. No. Okay, there we go. Okay, Goblin Initiative.
I might have to open that again.
So monsters of the same kind roll initiative as a single entity, and they all put together. That's how it usually goes.
Yep.
Okay, so the situation. This is the situation. This is Atlantis' first turn. She's also unconscious.
What?
She's also unconscious. Let me just delete the unconscious.
Is it
Everybody's
remnants?
unconscious because this is what
Oh
happened.
my god! Right. Remnants of the previous game will be wiped.
This is what I wanted to start at.
No, this is easier. Trust me.
Okay, so everyone's conscious.
That's
Which is a good start.
They've just been sliding along the ground. Getting
Lying
pulled-
in the back of the
getting-
car while the oxen
yeah.
takes them down there. Okay, so what you see is 4 goblins. What the goblins see are 4 adventurers. 4
Right.
adventurers.
Yep.
One of the adventurers has successfully remained hidden.
Mm.
Bet you can't guess who it is.
Mm.
So it is Elendris' turn first. So you see goblins, 2 goblins on either side of in the thickets on either side of the road.
Do you want to whack down some goblins for me?
Do I ever?
Whack those goblins.
What do goblins look like? What does goblins start with G? Okay. Goblin 1. Oh, that's tiny.
Whoa, he's tiny.
They're baby goblins. Goblin 2.
Okay.
Goblin 3. Oops,
Whoa.
tiny. He's a baby goblin. They bring their children into combat, these goblins. Okay,
Alright.
so we have 4 goblins.
Sure.
Keeping in mind that the way these icons are placed makes it look like they're in fact several miles apart, but
Yeah, no, there's
for the sake of visual stimulus, that's where they are.
fine. Yeah, so they're in the bushes on either side of the road.
They're in the bushes on the side of the road.
So we
Actually,
can,
I actually do have a picture of a road, but it's actually not supposed to be of this particular road. But I'll show it
it's
to you.
fine. Oh, okay. I like pictures of roads.
I'll show you a picture of a road. I'll find this picture. Is this the correct picture? This is the correct picture. Okay. This is not really where you are, but it's a picture of a road.
Oh wow.
Yeah. This is like gloomy forest.
Yeah, sort of
It's not really where you are.
entering into swamp territory.
But that'll at least give you some idea that there are trees. Okay.
Right, we got trees.
What
Right.
trees? Elendris Axford.
Right, so everyone can see everybody
Everybody can see everybody except Harkin.
except for Harkin, who's in the back.
Essentially invisible.
Cool.
Hiding underneath the wagon.
um. And they've got cover because they're in
Well-
the trees. No?
I suppose you could say that. I suppose, yeah, they do have cover. They are hiding in the trees.
It's not something they were mentioning in the D&D video, but I don't know if they were doing it.
Well, they were talking about cover later on when I was skipping through it. They were talking
Right.
about cover.
Yeah, I don't think they had cover here. But
I kind of feel, but this is talking about them hiding in the woods and the.
I think what
brambles
they'd actually
and bushes,
done, by accident, is the people who were attacking had jumped into the bushes, which I guess was negating the cover.
Well, because this,
Which is pretty
this
weird,
particular
really.
encounter doesn't have a map with which to
Yeah.
and a grid map to actually have specific locations on. The actual
Sure.
locations of where everyone is just sort of like
Loose.
loose and keeping it loose. So I don't think it really matters where everybody is, just how they attack each other, I guess.
Right. Although, in the video, he kept having his goblins go back into stealth because they were in the forest. But it's up to you, I guess.
Yeah, it just seems a bit awkward if every time they attack they disappear.
Yeah. Well, I keep wiping anyway, so you know.
So let's just say they're quite violently attacking you now.
Okay. I think the only reasonable thing I can do. I'll quickly explain that as a mage, these spells here, I hope Cursor is turning up, probably isn't. The first spells, cantrips, they're basically my weapons as a mage. I can use those as much as I want. And then below that it says spells level 1. All of those spells are better, but I can only use 2 a day. Above all this, it says spell slots, 2 things to tick. 2 circles there, so I can tick one, untick it. So if I use these other ones, which are better, I can't use them again until much later on, which is not at all helpful. So, I'm going to use Ray of Frost, which hopefully still has all the right stats. Yep. Doesn't really matter who I target. I guess I'll just target. Oh, they don't have names.
Oh, those ones don't know because they're just sort of placed manually by me.
Okay.
I think it really matters.
I target whoever you feel like that I'm targeting because I don't.
There you go.
Cool.
Yes, okay.
I'm targeting someone. And I think I just press this button for Ray of Frost. See if I hit.
You did not. You rolled a 3.
Right.
For those of you not familiar with D&D, 3, rolling a 3 usually means that you lose.
Yeah. So for pretty much the first turn of a lot of things, we're rolling the D20, which is the big dice, 20 sides, to determine do you proceed to the next step. So a lot of things work. And then you roll smaller dice to see what happened.
Okay, so Ray of Frost missed the goblin completely. It was a laughable attempt.
And I've got +5 on that roll for reasons. It's quite strange. Your characters have proficiencies, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I've just got this magical +2 because reasons on my chances to hit stuff.
Just means that you're proficient with that thing.
I'm proficient with that thing. Yeah, it's a bit odd. I guess it's just there as a stat that can level up for reasons I get better at doing that thing. So that I can increase that modifier. So yeah, it's a way of leveling up. Otherwise it'll always just be a straight D20, you'd never get any better. So there's +2 from that, and it was a +3 from intelligence, because being a wizard, my attacking stat is intelligence. And so it's not +16, because I got 16 intelligence. How does that work again? It's every 4 points or something? You get a additional modifier or something like that? 3 or 4 points?
Yeah, it's like every certain it's a certain ranges, so within
so it might keep changing.
A couple of levels it doesn't change.
And when you level up, do you get to not because I've never leveled it up, so I don't know how it works. You do you put points into things, or just is it automatic depending on your class? Like for your main stats?
I think it's automatic. It's automatic.
Okay.
It determines based on the class you are what.
Okay. So you'd level up at some point. You get more points in these things depending on your class, and eventually you'll get +4 on that intelligence, I assume, and you get better.
Yeah.
Which is just more points to your modifier. So I got +5 at the moment because it's +3 and +2. Yeah, that's as simple as I can make it.
Sure.
And I still missed. So that was my chance to hit, and I missed.
You rolled a 3.
Rolls.
It's going to be.
And I missed because the goblins have a higher other armor class. Well, it's armor class, isn't it?
It's armor class. Yes, you're attacking their armor class. So if you need to roll equal to or greater than their armor class to successfully hit.
And their armor class
is a combination of their physical dexterity, so their ability to move and out of the way, and the armor that they're wearing. So,
sure.
If you miss, it could be either they dodged it, or you hit their armor and it did nothing, or a combination of the two.
Sure. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. Now Alan's turn. Being a man of action, he charges into the bush towards whoever. This isn't traditional combat, so I can't actually see who these people are. He attacks. Oh, I'll move it. He attacks this guy.
He attacks that guy. Let's just say that's this guy. I'll just start assigning targets.
Hopefully we get through this combat in a relatively swift fashion, so I can stop this first episode. We're coming up to 40 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We've had one attack. Now I sort of understand why things take so long.
Yeah, welcome to D&D. And this we have discovered, the way we play it, is at least 1 billion times faster than the way other people play it, because they will argue for about 40 minutes about what flavour their hair is before they proceed.
Flavour?
Yeah. So I'll do a flavour I'll do a flavor roll on my hair
I
modifier.
wonder if you can have like hair dyes that have a particular flavor.
Well, I know. We're doing
Why
it,
are we
Thomas.
talking? I don't even
We're
know.
getting sidetracked by stupid stuff.
Like the flavor of people's hair. You're exact.
I
Example.
think Elendris has a spell that changes the flavor of things. So there you go.
There you go.
Before
she can change
Alan
the flavor
attacks.
of her hair.
Yeah. She's changed the flavor of her hair to pink bubblegum.
Ooh, yum yum yum.
Mm.
You chomping
And
on
she's
that hair
chewing
all
on
day.
it. Anyway, Alan charges into the bushes and presumably targets this goblin. Has he done that?
Yes, he's targeting. You can see on the tracker I've done it for you.
Can I? They're not coming up on the tracker.
Well, I have targeted for you.
Okay. Oh no, I can see that he has targeted, but I just can't see the goblins on the tracker for some reason. It doesn't matter. So he rolls a d20 as the beginning of anything, and he's got a +5 for similar reasons that Elendris had +5 relevant stats. Relevant stat bonuses. He rolls to see if he hits.
It's a successful hit.
Looks pretty good. And then he rolls various other dice with various other modifiers based on various other stats to see what damage he does.
Enough to kill the damn goblin.
Interestingly enough, it's
Yes.
not telling me. Sometimes the
Yeah, well, I'm not entirely sure how
the information tells me that sometimes it doesn't. That's fine.
But yeah, so you have successfully cleaven the goblin's head in twain.
Twain. Right in twain.
Something
Okay.
that I don't get to say very often.
Right in the twain. Can you get rid of him?
He's gone. Oh no, okay, I've got him in front of the combat tracker. Now he's...
Oh,
No, he's
wrong one.
Oh well... Ugh,
Just-
God, I can't...
Oh my god. There's an earthquake currently happening. Okay.
There you go. Everyone's doing a jig.
Sure. I swung at one goblin and another's head came popping off. He's like, what the hell? Right. That is his turn. Who's next?
That is his turn. It is the goblin's turn.
Right.
So Goblin 1, which I suppose will be this fellow here, charges forth towards Alan.
This is where we die, by the way.
This is usually where you die. Goblins attack, you party dies.
Yeah.
He is going to target Alan and swing his little scimitar at him. You know, they have a scimitar. Each goblin has a scimitar and a short bow.
Can I see a picture of
Yes,
the
I do
goblins?
have pictures of goblins. The goblins.
The goblins.
They're nasty and they're evil and they have very homebrew weapons,
Yeah.
which are more painful than they are necessarily efficient at killing things.
Yeah. Might just,
They nasty. They nasty.
Oh, there we go. I'll leave that picture up to reference. There we go.
Okay, so goblins. He is attacking Alan with his scimitar
Mm-hmm.
and misses, as
Good.
goblins should do.
As goblins should do, and very often do not.
Goblin 3. Now, the last two goblins that are around, they are going to be hiding, not hiding so much, but they're staying up in the woods, shooting their bows at the remaining adventurers. So, I'm going to get them to target different people just to help spread the damage around a little bit instead of piling it all on.
Yeah, I wonder
person.
I wonder if that's a thing that that you're supposed to do.
So let's just say one of them targets Gorn because he's sort of semi up front and center
Sure.
with his short bow and hits him. This might be the first death already. 7 damage.
Jesus. So from the
Ladies and
very
gentlemen, goblins are deadly.
yeah. So there you go. He's only got 11 health, so he's almost dead. And there's only about 600 goblins to go. This is why I keep wiping.
Well, let's just hope Goblin 4 is worse. So Goblin 4 is going to aim at Luke. Because he's sort of like... He looks dangerous.
Fine.
He's going to short bow him.
Sure.
And he's going to hit.
He hits him.
Because he rolled a 19.
Yeah. It's just insane.
And then damage... 8 damage.
Almost kills him.
So, 2 of your heroes have just gotten arrows in the shoulder. So just for reference now, every time an arrow hits somebody that does not kill them, it is just by default in their shoulder.
Yeah.
It is the most non-vital
Yeah.
point you can get hit by an
It'd
arrow.
have to be, yeah.
Okay, so Tarkin's turn, who is currently stealthed.
Okay. He targets whoever? Because I don't know
He targets, let's just say he targets for lack of... Well, are you targeting an archer or that one melee guy who's left? So one of them's rushed in to engage Alan in melee combat, and the other 2 are shooting with their bows and arrows.
I guess the logical thing to do is to shoot back at archers.
Okay, so you shoot back at this archer. Why not? Now, you're shooting from stealth, which means you have advantage on the roll. Which means you can essentially hit the advantage button.
Press the advantage button. And what does that do?
So that means you roll 2 dice and you use the higher number.
Right.
So it essentially gives you two attempts at the same roll, and you get to pick the highest number.
Sure. So I'll click this and it should roll 2
Get the advantage
dice.
button. Yep, and then just get rid of one of them and say, okay,
There you go, that
so
looks pretty good.
giving him a hit. Now, you have hit him. Now roll your dice, your damage dice, as normal.
Right.
So you've pretty much killed him anyway. But if you hadn't have killed him, because you're a rogue, if you attack from advantage, with advantage, whether it's through stealth or any other means, if you attack
People who are distracted.
will have advantage, or people who are distracted, you get extra damage on your attack because you're doing a sneaky attack.
Roll an extra dice
You
to
have
see
an extra dice to give you extra damage. Because you killed him with your basic damage, you don't actually
Sure.
surpass this point. But you've managed to successfully shoot him from stealth. However, now, rules of stealth are when you make an attack from stealth, whether it hits or not, you are now outside stealth. So if you wanted to go back into stealth, you have to take an action on the next turn to go back to stealth.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If that is such a thing. If there are any goblins left by that point.
Yep. And I'll just show the cool thing here. So I fired an arrow, and it automatically ticked off. One of my
the game will keep track
things.
of the arrow ammo.
Yeah, so that's nice. Luke's turn.
It is Luke's turn.
So he's sitting in the wagon. So one of the archer goblins just died.
One of the archers just died.
Do you want to make him disappear?
Sure. Why not? It's something that I can do.
Now, this second wind stuff. And I know I ask about this 400 times every game.
Okay, so let's read it together. You have a limited well of stamina that you can draw on to protect yourself from harm. So on your turn, you can use a bonus action, so not including it's completely aside from attacking and moving and all that, to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level.
Which is currently 1.
Which is 1, so 1d10 plus 1.
Alright, so I'm going to do that.
Once you use this feature, you must finish a short or long rest. Some sort of rest. You need to rest before you can do it again. So you can't do it again in the same combat.
Yep. Rest outside of combat. D10, wasn't it?
Correct.
And
roll a d10.
So we got D4, D6, D8, and then D10. Is that right?
Correct.
Alright. So I roll this. It's pretty decent.
So you
So
get
that means I recover
8
7?
hit points. 8 hit points.
Oh,
Plus
8
1,
points.
plus
Oh,
your
yeah,
high
because it was plus
level.
1.
So
Lovely.
you hit 8
Because
hit points back,
I was only damaged by it. That's fantastic.
and then you may proceed to attack.
Proceed to attack. Whoops, I shouldn't have closed that. I'm gonna open that back up. Okay, so he's targeting the other archer.
He will be targeting your archer.
Is he doing it?
He
Is it happening?
It is happening.
Okay. So he's got +7 on this roll.
Which is pretty damn good.
Yeah, all sorts of stats, and I think a special ability gives him +2 for reasons. It's not important. He's just really good, basically. Although he keeps missing, like sort of right now. Oh no, that might hit. What do you reckon?
He did roll a 5.
Yeah, that missed, didn't it?
It missed. It did miss.
It missed. +7, ladies and gentlemen, and he missed.
It's just not good enough.
5. He rolled a 5. Go on. Who is almost dead, by the way. One more hit and he's gone. This is why I wipe.
Think positive.
You think positive? Okay.
Every fight is supposed to be difficult.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's meaningless.
Yes, we did at least discover, we did some research. Everybody wipes. So, it's supposed to be the kind of game that you play over years. You don't just blast through it in one afternoon and go, yay, we did it. So pray for us. Pray for me. Now, what can he do? So he has a one-ranged magic attack called Sacred Flame, though we have discovered it hits automatically because it comes from the heavens. So which sounds like you can't dodge it, but you can.
So it's kind of like a homing attack. It just it calls upon a god to strike an enemy on his behalf, but the enemy has a chance to dodge it if they're dexterous enough.
Yeah,
now the problem with goblins is they're particularly dexterous.
They're very dexterous.
So they are quite hard to hit with this.
Yeah. So I cast it, then the goblins get to do a saving throw, because I don't roll the hit, I don't see the roll for hits, it does automatically hit, which is deceptive sounding because it doesn't automatically hit.
It's automatically on target.
Automatically on target.
Automatically on target. The goblin.
Then they've got to roll a d20 and get 13 or higher dexterity roll. Which is based on their own.
It's rolling the d20 and adding their dexterity modifier. So the better they are at dexterity, the more dexterous they are, the more they add to that roll to enhance it. And they are particularly dexterous, so they are quite.
I as a player don't know how dexterous they are, so I can tell you in my previous attempts, I have cast this a lot of times and just missed. Did I ever actually hit someone with it?
I don't think so.
I burnt someone's eyebrows once. That was about all I achieved with it. So it's bloody useless.
But give it a try.
No, I'm not going to. I am going to charge. So he's also got quite a few weapons, as you can see here. So he's got a warhammer, a dagger, and a hand axe. He's listing those two twice because I can also throw them. So it's just like different buttons I can press to throw them rather than use them as melee weapons. I don't know why you ever would use them as melee weapons, because you've got a warhammer, which is just better. So unless you'd lost that somehow, for some reason, which hopefully doesn't happen. So I can tell the warhammer is the best because I can see it's using a bigger dice, bigger die. So 1d8 rather than 1d6. It's only 1d4 on the dagger, so that's even worse. But you can throw them, which is interesting. But I'm not going to, because I don't have to. So I'm going to charge at this little chap here.
The one that Alan is fighting?
The one that Alan is somehow fighting.
I don't know which one's which.
From across the road, yeah, whatever. Target somebody. Am I targeting?
You are, yes, correct.
Okay. And I roll to see if I hit him. That looks pretty good.
That was a hit. That was a successful hit.
That was a hit.
Roll for some damage.
Roll for damage. It wasn't fantastic. 7. Almost killed him, I reckon.
He is dead. He's dead.
He's dead.
He is dead.
Nice.
His head has been caved in by
the warhammer, yeah.
By the warhammer.
Bludgeoning damage.
Yes.
Splat.
Correct.
Nice.
Now, do you want to
get rid of
round 1 complete?
Do you want to get rid of a goblin token?
Where is the other one?
It's right in front of me. What? What are you doing?
Trying to find the other goblin. There should be one more token. There it is.
It's right there.
Okay. I couldn't see it. Your other tokens are in front of it. I had to dig through them to find it.
Not according to me. That's weird.
Okay, so yes, one goblin
Elandris'
left.
turn.
It is Elandris' turn.
What has she done so far? She attempted Ray of Frost and missed.
She attempted Ray of Frost and missed.
Yeah. Magic tends to miss a lot. For some reason. Alright. Obviously targets the only remaining goblin.
Yes, okay.
And attempts to Ray of Frost, which is basically exactly what it sounds like.
Nope.
And probably misses.
Nope. Elandris is just... Alan's turn.
Alan's turn. He charges.
He's going to target.
He attempts to Great Axe. Is targeting happening?
It's happening.
Dear God.
He missed.
Wow.
You're terrible. That was a 6 and a 2 you just rolled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Goblin 4, which I can no longer see because Alan is in the way.
Weird. We're seeing different things.
Okay.
That's why you move them so far away. Okay, well.
Goblin 4. Goblin 4. Final Goblin. Uses his action to disengage from Alan.
Does he indeed?
He does, and he flees into the trees to the north of the trail, where he disappears into the bushes, screaming, "Ah!"
That's never happened before.
The humans are coming! The humans are coming!
Right. Really?
He does, yes. He runs away.
Well, crap. That means when we find the rest of the goblins at the cave, they're all going to be waiting for us. Super. That's never happened before.
Super.
Alright. Fantastic. Now what?
That's up to you. You've
Right.
just successfully beaten off an ambush of goblins.
We've
Suddenly beaten off some goblins.
we've
Alright, yes, you've beaten
them
off some goblins.
Oh, God.
Congratulations.
and some of them died from it. Okay.
And some of them died. You killed 3 goblins by beating them off.
Alright. Now I do... I'm a strong believer in 40-minute episodes, and we've managed to get to 56, I think. So, we'll wrap that up there, which is good, because I desperately need to pee again. It's like the 3rd time in, like, the last hour.
I might want to see a doctor about that.
So, yeah, I'm going to wrap that up, and then we'll continue anyway. And release it as a 2nd episode. Now, how do I make it stop? I need to know the hot button. What am I? Hot key. Anyway, that is the 1st episode.
Yay.
Thanks for watching. Catch us in the next one.
Bye-bye.